Imagine working for the same boss for years, putting up with daily insults, humiliation, and outright disrespect. Now imagine that same boss embarrassing you in front of a client, dragging your name to the mud with a cruel, disgusting joke. Most people would quit on the spot, but not me. I smiled, stayed calm, and plotted a plan so precise that within months, that boss was forced to pay me over $32,000 out of his own pocket. If you've ever wished you could serve justice to someone who wronged you, stick around. This is one of those rare times karma hit hard and fast. And hey, if you love a good revenge story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. I worked at a small IT consulting firm for 7 long years. The company was owned by a man I'll call Dick, because frankly, that's exactly what he was. At first, I thought he was just opinionated, but soon I realized his pattern. He'd pick one employee and make their life hell. Constant yelling, degrading comments, and mind games. I watched coworkers break under pressure until finally it was my turn. For 5 years straight, he insulted me daily. He mocked my work, my voice, even what I ate. I remember one Friday, I saved half a sandwich for later. He accused me of stealing dinner on the company dime. It was pathetic. When he ran out of ammo, he even stooped to bathroom jokes every single day. But the breaking point came during a client lunch. We were laughing, talking about favorite foods. I casually said, "I love hot wings." Without missing a beat, Dick smirked and said, "Just think how bad the bathroom would smell after that." Right there, in front of our client, while people were eating. I clenched my fists so hard my nails dug into my palms. For the first time, I almost lost it. But instead of exploding, I made myself a promise. He was going to regret every insult. That night, I researched unemployment laws. I learned that if he fired me, not only would I qualify for unemployment, but he'd have to pay half my salary until I found a new job. That was over $32,000. Perfect. So I flipped the game. In meetings, his favorite playground, I started gently pointing out more efficient solutions than his. Nothing cruel, just enough to bruise his ego. I cracked little jokes within earshot, like, "Better do it Dick's way, or he'll unleash the Kraken." People laughed. He fumed. Soon he was accusing me of nonsense, twisting words, trying to bait me. I gave him nothing, just calm nods and simple, "Okay." His anger grew because he couldn't control me. Months later, after refusing to travel until he reimbursed thousands he owed me, he cracked. He called me into his office, waved me over like I was a dog, and said, "I think we should call it quits." I shook his hand, smiled, and walked out. What he didn't know was that my unemployment paperwork was already filled out, waiting. A week later, he got the letter. He'd be paying me $32,500. He panicked, lied, tried to claim I was a poor performer. But the state asked for proof, warnings, signed documents. He had nothing. His lawyer finally told him the truth. He was screwed. And just like that, his insults turned into weekly paychecks, straight to me. For 6 beautiful months, I lived my life stress-free on his dime. Every check he signed was a reminder I had won. The man who spent years trying to break me was forced to fund my happiness. Looking back, I realized something important. Money isn't everything. Peace of mind is. But I'll admit, watching karma cost him over 30 grand, that was priceless. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories where karma serves justice better than any courtroom.